Hi everybody, my name is Executor. Welcome to another video. It's been a long time since I made a tutorial showing you guys how to install a virtual machine, and tonight I have decided to show you guys how to install Raspberry Pi desktop operating system on VMware Workstation using your Kali Linux laptop. So as I have mentioned in previous videos, this is my Kali Linux laptop, and in this, using VMware Workstation, I will be installing Raspberry Pi desktop operating system. So first I will go to the link and show you. So you pretty much go to this link over here, and so unless you actually bought a Raspberry Pi and you wanna use it as a server, you don't have to worry about all these. So you just keep going. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're gonna be using this one right here. So you just get to this section and you just click on download. I'm not gonna do it because I already have an ISO image downloaded, but you just click here and it'll be easy download. So we're gonna go ahead and open VMware Workstation, and we're gonna create a new virtual machine, and we're gonna stick to the recommended option and just click next. And over here we're just gonna go ahead and upload the OS. So this is it, I believe. Yep, this is the one. So I'm just gonna click open, and yep, and then next. It's a Linux, it runs on Linux, and we're gonna go choose Debian 1064-bit. Debian 1064. Yep, this is what we want. We just click next and name it. Just name it. The name I'm gonna give it, you can name it pretty much anything you want here. So I'll just call it Raspbian OS. Click next. Maximum disk size is 20. I mean, my laptop is my laptop has 1 terabyte, so I can just give this 50. I tried it previously and it had no issue. And we're gonna store it as a single file because since I'm not gonna be doing any moving of this virtual machine from one environment to another in this hypervisor, we don't really need to select the split virtual disk into multiple files. We're not gonna need that today. And I don't want it to automatically boot because I want to go to the settings and try to tweak some tweak a few things. Edit, and the memory of 2 gigs is perfectly fine. So 1 processor, and I'll just go give it 2 cores, and I'll just check these virtualization engines right here. So a lot of people usually just remove these, the sound card and the USB controller and the printer, since we're not gonna use them, but I don't really mind just leaving them right there. They're not bothering me really. And as you can see, it will be using a NAT, network address translation, to just grab an IP address from a private IP address from the host. And if all is good, we just click save, and then we now just try to start it. So the option we're gonna go for is Graphical Install, because the previous options like run with persistence, all that just gives you the opportunity to just try it try the desktop, see how it looks, how it feels before you actually go ahead and install it. And since I have already tested it, I just want to go ahead and also I wouldn't want this video to just take a really long time, so that's why we're not gonna waste time to do all that. We're just gonna go ahead and do a full graphical install so you can see how it works. This is gonna take some time, so I suggest you just grab some of your favorite drinks and all that good stuff and just let it take its time. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We're gonna select that, and then we're gonna go ahead and select the only option we have, and then we're gonna stick to the recommended. Just hit enter and all that. Hit another enter to finish, and then using the down arrow key, just select yes and hit enter. Now this is the part that is gonna take some time. We're just gonna let it do its thing. And as I said in previous videos, if any of you guys are interested in seeing how I use this laptop and install the Kali Linux, if you guys want to see a tutorial for that, let me know and I will gladly just make another one. When I first bought it, it was running a Windows operating system as usual, and I immediately deleted Windows and installed Kali Linux. And I even made a video showing you how to install VMware Workstation and how to connect your printer. And if you guys have any issues, or if any of you guys did not understand some of the explanations I did in previous videos, just leave your comments below, and I will be making a whole new video showing you guys how to use a laptop and just boot up Kali so you can use it as your day-to-day laptop. I have been using this for a few months now, and I can pretty much do anything I would have done with a Windows operating system, except using Kali is even better because since it's a Linux operating system, I have pretty much so many packages and tools for free, things that you would have paid in Windows. So it's really really convenient, and I like it. I like the fact that I can just customize it and just make it look the way I want. So in Windows you are very, very limited to what you can do, but Linux, the sky is the limit. So let me know if you guys want to see more videos of that. I'm gonna give this a few more minutes, let it take its time. Okay, it's getting there. All right. should be done anytime now. Okay, we're gonna keep the default yes and just hit enter, and we're gonna select the SDA, and that's where we have our storage, and it's gonna finish the installation. And it's complete. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and click continue so I can finish up. Okay, it's booting up, and it's gonna automatically boot. Et voila. And this is it, guys. This is it. It automatically got an IP address. I'm gonna go ahead and click next, and I'm gonna be using the United States because that's where I'm located, and the time zone is wrong, so I'm just gonna go ahead and select the right one. That would be Denver, and we're gonna leave this checked, the US keyboard. Now, language, the English language, we don't really need to check that. That's for those who are in countries that are no English speaking, and but they would like to use the English language, so they just choose that option. But for us, since we are in a country that already speaks English, and we don't really need to check this one. I'm gonna click next, and then we are prompted to put a new password. And we're just gonna go ahead and skip this because we're gonna update the softwares in the terminal. And this is it. First thing I'm gonna do is sudo get update. See if there's any packages that needs to be updated. And we're gonna do sudo get upgrade. See if there is any that needs upgrading, and there isn't. Good. So this is your Raspberry Pi desktop environment, and as you can tell, it's not taking the whole entire screen of my computer. You see, it's really limited, and the way you fix that is by going to, oh yes, VM, and we're gonna install VMware tools. We're gonna install VMware tools, and that will allow Raspberry Pi desktop to just automatically fit the screen of my computer. In this folder, this zipped folder here, we're gonna extract that. Okay. So we're going to be extracting this. It's currently not collaborating with me. Let's see. Let's see if I can drag it. Nope. You know what? I think it just needs to reboot. Let's just shut it down so it can reboot, because that usually helps. Usually helps fix all these little issues at times. Okay. So that it loaded again. And this is not what we want, so we're gonna go ahead again and try installing VMware tools. And it's taking a long time. We're gonna go over all these. But for now, let's focus on fixing the screen issue. You know what? I'm gonna try to update it again and see. It's still not updating, so I'm gonna shut it down, close VMware, reopen VMware, restart the machine, let it boot up. And we still have the CD that we do not need. We're gonna eject that, and we're gonna try installing. You know what? Before we try installing anything, I'm gonna reboot it again. Make sure that we don't run into that same issue. Okay. Good. So we're gonna go back again and try to install VMware tools. Finally, yes, this is what we want. And we're supposed to extract this by double clicking, and it finally worked. See, rebooting these virtual machines always solve a lot of issues, man. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna extract it, and I'm gonna store mine in on the desktop, and then click open, and then click extract right here. Now that has extracted. So what we're gonna do is just close all this. Close that, and this is the folder that we extracted. So I'm just gonna rename it VM Tools. Rename it VM Tools and double click open. And while we are in this folder, what we want to do is go to Tools and open current folder in terminal. And this is the location where we want to run the installation command. So sudo dot means in this current path. So sudo dot /vm VMware dot install dot pl, and this is the folder. This is the installation folder right here, as you can see. And all we did is just type that command with the sudo privileges. Still want to proceed? Yes, we do. And over here, I'm just gonna hit enter in all of them just to accept the default settings. But if you are using this for as a home use, or you're using this in a production environment, I suggest you just read through every single one of these, just so you understand where all your folders are being saved, so that just in case one day if you want to make changes to the configuration files, so that you know where they are located for your convenience. Now it's initializing, and we're gonna say yes on this, and then yes, just by typing enter. And as you can see, the screen problem has been resolved. And just like that, it's full screen. All right, so that was it, guys. This is our Raspberry Pi desktop environment. And if you're a programmer, you already have a lot of software and tools that come pre-packaged, and you can always download other tools just so you can have it for your convenience. Now you have the Office suite right here, and you have everything you need to work on any type of document that you want, and they come free. So a browser is the default is the Chromium. You can always install additional browsers. If you're a gamer, you have a lot of Python games over here and additional games that you can enjoy. And you have a few accessories over here, Task Manager, where you see the load of usage, and how your your CPU and other disk are doing. You can go to help to learn more about this desktop environment. And over here, we're gonna go to Pi configuration, and this part allows you to, for example, disable the standard user Pi, because if a hacker gets into your network and you are running a Raspberry Pi, the first credentials that they always try are the standard ones, because they know a lot of people don't change them. So you want to get into the habit of creating your own user and disabling these standard ones. That way, if somebody hacks into your system, into your network one day, they can't even log in. It will take them. It will be hard for them to log into your system, because you have removed the standard ones, the standard credentials. So the display is if after getting to this level you have your screen blinking or issues with your screen, what you do is you just come here and you just change these and see which settings will fix that. As you can see, I don't have any of these issues, so we're not gonna bother. This is the part where you enable SSH, and I suggest for security reason you do not want to enable it unless you actually want to use it. If you enable it just for the fun of it, somebody hacks into your network, this is like a golden door for them, a golden door to your system easily. So hackers love this. I suggest you only enable SSH when you really have to. And localization, and this is where if you want to do changes to your time zone and all that, if you made mistakes during the installation, you can always come here and just change things around. So what we are going to do is let's just go ahead and add a user. So we're gonna run sudo add user, and the name of the user that I want to use is executor. Hit enter, and they will ask you for a password for this user. I'm gonna put a super secure password. Hit enter, repeat, hit enter, and the full name. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm gonna skip all these. There's no really need to fill up room number, work phone number, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna hit yes, and that's it. That user is added. And but if we want to allow the user, the new user that we created, if we want to allow that user to have sudo privileges, like using sudo and then sudo followed by the command that you want, you need to add this user to the sudo groups. And the way you do that is just type sudo add user and the name of the user and sudo, and that's it. Hit enter, and the user executor is now part of the sudo groups. So a lot of powers right there, and we are going to use that power, by the way, to disable the standard Pi user, this user right here. We're gonna disable it. The way we're gonna do that is first we're gonna go back to PyConfig, and we are going to disable it. We're gonna disable it, and I usually like checking this one on because I want it to wait for the network. If when booting up and there's a network lag, I don't want it to just crash or shut down, and I just want it to wait for the network and then automatically just and boot up. But that's optional, it's up to you. I'll click OK, and now let's just we're gonna double check by logging out, and we should be having two. It should show that we have two users right here. That's a bug. Yep, we have two users right here, and we're gonna log in with the new user that we created. Put the password, and we are in. The first thing we want to do is as you can tell, now we are no longer a Pi. We are executed at Raspberry Pi, so we're gonna run sudo upgrade, always update first. And this pretty much just tells us that, oh, now since it's our first time using sudo with this user, it just reminds us that with great powers comes great responsibilities, and now we have all the powers to do anything we want in this machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the password. It's gonna go ahead and do its thing, and I'm also gonna run the upgrade See if there is anything that needs upgrading, and no. Good. And now what we want to do is delete the Pi user. And the way we do that is just sudo user delete R for recursive, dash R for recursive, and the username, the user that you want to delete, and then just hit enter. And now it says the user is currently busy. So what that means, we just have to reboot. You know what? I have to reboot. I'm just gonna go ahead and shut it down. Restart it. Okay, as you can see, let's just double check. We still have both users, and we don't want that. That's why we want to disable the Pi user. So let's log in. And we are currently in, so we're gonna go back first to double check the it's still disabled. Yes, and it is. It's still disabled. So, but now that we restarted it, what we want to do is go back again to the terminal and just run the previous command: sudo user delete -r for recursive and the username Pi, and hit enter, and it asks for the password, and that's it. And this, or do not never mind this this error over here. That's because we did not set up a mail account, a mail folder for the Pi user, so it had nothing. It couldn't find any mail folder to delete, and that's why we have this notification here. But that definitely means that the user Pi has been deleted. And for proof of concept, we can just log out and then log in, and you will not see the user Pi as an option anymore. There we go. That's it. Now, if you're using this at home for your kids, or you're using it with your friends, and everybody wants a profile, like their own user profile, you can just come here and create as many user profiles as you want, and everybody have the username and password to access it. So that's an option. For the purpose of this video, we don't really need that, but that's it. This is how you install Raspberry Pi OS and fix the screen size so that it takes so that the home page fits the screen of whatever computer you're using. And we also went ahead and added a user to the system, and then we deleted a standard Pi user, so that even if when a hacker gets into your network, they're not able to use that to gain easy access to your system. I mean, I know I went through all these really quickly. If you want me to leave comments below, if there was anything that you wanted me to explain and I didn't, there is something I missed, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely redo a video going over those. And this is your browser, just your standard browser, Chromium. And I think this does it. This does it. Let me know in the comments if you do like these videos. Please share it with like and share so that others may learn. And please subscribe to my channel. Doing so helps motivate me to keep providing you with all this content. Well, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.